What's going on, guys? Thanks for tuning in to another episode of the Running Gold Standard podcast. My name is Zach Hernandez, and tonight my guy Anthony is joining. Matt's at work, but we're thrilled to have Anthony with us. Man, what a win! What a win! None of us were expecting that, Anthony. You could start off. What were your initial reactions to the game?
Sorry, you're cutting out just a bit. But, man, I'm going to imagine just talking about post-game right now. Holy shit. I usually watch my language, but holy shit. This was just an absolute demolishing of the Rams, 31-10. It was a very shocking game, to say the least. I think a lot of us in the Niners chat more or less thought that the Rams were going to kind of shellac us, for better terms of usage. But, man, did the Niners just pull out a huge victory. Kyle Shanahan is 5-0 against Sean McVay. That's no number to push over. Shocking, to say the least, I would imagine. But, man, ownage is ownage. What more can I say? The Niners dominated on all aspects of the ball, from offense to defense, and even special teams wasn't too bad also. The Rams didn't have any good returns. So once we get further into the show, we'll break it more down. But just to summarize it right now, man, all I can say is, did the Niners absolutely kick ass tonight?
They were on fire. I mean, right from the start, that first drive, I was like checking the game on my phone as I'm driving home from work, and I see Stafford throw it deep and the pick, and I'm just like, oh my God, yes, finally Jimmy Ward gets a pick. I know there's been a lot of talk this week. Oh, Jimmy Ward doesn't get picks. Jimmy Ward's not a game changer. 2 picks tonight, Anthony. One he took to the house, immediately set the tone for how the night was going to be. And the Niners wasted no time on offense either, getting it out there with Elijah Mitchell, getting the running game going. And there's a lot of good to kind of dissect and get into tonight and celebrate. First win in 393 days at Levi's Stadium for the 49ers. 393 days is insane. I mean, I can't even remember. That's over a year. I mean, it was like October 29th, I want to say, if I remember hearing them correctly. That's insane. So huge win against the Rams. Just like you said, Anthony, none of us expected this. What I do want to ask you, though, and I know we got to talk about it, why no Trey Sermon? Do you think just because Elijah Mitchell and Jeff Wilson Jr. were working, why didn't he go with the rookie at all?
Bro, I don't know if Trey Sermon was texting Kyle Shanahan's wife or someone close on the Niners front office, because I didn't think we saw him on the field at all. Or maybe once on some special teams play or something. Otherwise, I don't remember seeing him at all. I don't even remember seeing him on the sidelines. And he was active, but he didn't have his number called on at all. And I will say that looking at it from a draft perspective, it is really frustrating that he didn't get to play. And I'm very glad Elijah Mitchell, my freaking man Jeff Wilson, went out there and balled out also. But not saying Trey Sermon does suck. It's kind of like what's going on, and that's kind of just notoriously been the case with most Kyle Shanahan offensive draft picks. He'll get his time when the time comes. I think it's just hard to Trey Sermon into the lineup when Elijah Mitchell is just cooking. And the thing is that, the run game actually didn't do too well today. They did good, don't get me wrong. They were absolutely really efficient, but 44 carries, 156 yards, they only averaged 3.5 per carry. So the totals weren't high on the average. But the thing about the run game tonight was that they were converting when it mattered most. 3.5 might be a total to be like, whatever. But it felt like the majority of the rushing carries tonight converted second and third downs, and even a few first downs as well. So while they weren't necessarily efficient, they were efficient in the sense of just being able to convert. And that's, I think, the most Kyle Shanahan could ask for. So when you have that going on, I think Jeff Wilson really established himself last year as the guy, especially in the New England Patriots game when he just lit him up entirely until Jeff Wilson got hurt. And that was really unfortunate because Jeff Wilson was going to have a season on his own. But he comes back. Elijah Mitchell is the true number one running back on this team. He's been dominant by far all season. And I think you have to roll with Jeff Wilson. Put my fandom aside. You have to roll with Jeff Wilson because he knows the offense. He's established. I think Jeff Wilson is what Kyle Shanahan wants Trey Sermon to be. But maybe he just wants to go with Jeff Wilson because he knows who Wilson is at the moment.
That's fair. That is fair. He's, familiar with him. He knows the system. And we did see Trey Sermon. I know for a fact he had that kickoff and he kind of weirdly downed it as soon as he caught it. I don't know if he's even allowed to run forward with the ball at this point, but it's all right. It's all right because a lot went well. Steve says one complaint is Sermon couldn't get one carry when they ran the ball over 40 times. That's what we were talking about. It was a little, I don't know, unfortunate that they couldn't get him involved at all. I don't know what it is. Anthony speculated jokingly, like, what did he do to Kyle Shanahan? Does he get caught texting his wife or something? The joke has been he's in the doghouse, but for what? And when I've spoken with Matt about this previously, it's kind of like it's got to be something off the field. It's got to be something either behavioral or team wise that is not allowing him to get on the field in these moments. Because I agree, they definitely should have mixed him in. Jeff Wilson Jr. got 10 carries. There's no reason why they both couldn't have got 5 carries, especially when moving forward, you want to be sticking with Elijah Mitchell and Trey Sermon as your 1-2. It only makes sense to start to get him some development and some snaps now, but another wasted opportunity, in my opinion.